So a little after 9 a.m., our crews responded here at the intersection of MLK and Piedmont for a construction crew that reportedly hit a large gas line. What we immediately started to do is when we got here, our crews immediately started taking readings of the air quality in the area. At the time when they were working the scene, there was nothing that was harmful or anything of that nature, but there was a section over on the Decatur street side of Piedmont Avenue that was some concern. So what we started to do is we evacuated the state capitol building. We're waiting on some readings to find out if we will need to evacuate the Sloppy Floyd building over here on my left.
Can you tell us any sense of the damage and how long repairs might take? I know gas is on scene and everybody's up there.
In terms of how long, that's more of a question for Atlanta Gas. They are on the scene working diligently to repair, but right now we're here to just provide some crowd control and to also help with any evacuations. Like I said, just in case the Sloppy Floyd building needs to be evacuated.
Can you describe any potential health hazards?
We just recommend that people kind of stay in the area if they live here. Any of the students in the area, if you have a known breathing problem, to kind of make sure that you have your inhaler of that nature, because there may be some smells lingering from a gas leak. For the most part, we're not getting anything that's indicating this is an extremely hazardous situation, but the levels that were on that section of the street were of concern to evacuate.
Can you talk a little bit about what we're seeing? I see like smoke, for lack of better words, coming up from it. Just for someone who might not understand, what are they seeing? What is that's over there?
Well, basically what they're seeing is some of the vapors from a gas line being ruptured. That's what that is. Again, because it's contained at the intersection on MLK and Piedmont, it doesn't appear that it will shift and move, but we don't have control of the weather, and that's why we're taking precautions to recommend that people really stay inside and avoid the area. And if they have a known breathing problem, to definitely have all they need to make it through, whether that be an inhaler, whether they may want to wear N95 mask of that nature, just to keep themselves and be vigilant about their own health.
Were air quality readings being done inside of the Capitol as well as on the outside?
No, we were doing all of them right over the manholes of the at the different junctures, and so we had to have Atlanta Gas come and pop a couple of those manholes to make sure that we were getting an accurate reading.
Can you
tell us how you were notified by it when it first started?
Like anybody, people started to smell that were passing by a weird odor. The smell of gas. And I think that's what alerted one of the 911 callers to call us.
Since it's backed up to like a MARTA station and some Georgia State buildings over there, are you in communication with them?
Yes, everybody is aware of the situation. MARTA officials are aware. We're really recommending, I think that they've already started to follow their emergency plans for things like that. I think that station that's at the, I believe it's the Georgia State area of that may have been impacted. I think they're rerouting routes accordingly.
And back to kind of your point of if people aren't really sure what they're seeing, would you classify this? I mean, there's a lot coming out of the ground. Is a pretty large gas leak? Is this sort of a?
It was a large gas line, and so that's why they're working diligently to get it repaired.
Just overall training, you guys prepare for this. What does that training look like to prepare you for something as major as this near a major building?
Well, we normally will deploy because anytime there's gas, there's always a chance that fire will happen. So usually 1 3/4 inch line is deployed just to be right there. And then we also have a fire extinguisher that is also there on scene, and crews will have those in place should any flames begin to appear so that we can knock it out rather quickly.
Anything else you think the public needs to know?
No, right now just avoid the area. We know that it's an inconvenience because this is one of the main thoroughfares downtown, but just avoid the area and be safe.